You imagine he'll get through his 4 today, because pace on the ball tends to be going the distance. Here we go. Bang on the money straight away.
And with that short boundary to the left of us,
yep.
Interesting to see how they approach, how they're playing.
So there is, as it stands, in fact, no, they are just changing it round now. Deep backward square on the offside has gone to cover point on the boundary. Out the side of the hand this time, just the slider, if you like. Perfectly dropped onto a length. It's just a completely different tone and tempo as soon as he just ambles into the fray. This has been squeezed behind square. It's going to be a chase for Tom Laws, and he can't quite pull it in. A bit streaky.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to place that one there. Off the bottom edge. 4 in the book.
Yeah, 50 partnership up as well between the two. Moved on to 81. Trying to just pierce those two behind square on the offside, but nothing doing. No pace at all on the ball.
Bit of cat and mouse there. Should I come? Should I not come?
Yeah, I think it's fascinating for me in Orion. No one ever sweeps him, do they? No one ever sweeps him. You just can't. You can cloth it into the onside. Jamie O out there at deep mid-wicket, keeping it down to a single. So, 3 boundary riders on the leg side to Tom Banton. And backward square on the offside. 2 men in tight on the drive as well. Reverse, and he's got all of it. What a fabulous shot. Straight into the scoreboard.
Sweep, but a reverse sweep off this big thing.
That's a stunner. Claire, it's over to you. Back here, Tom Laws into the attack. Full, straight, block hole, good start. Yeah. He's a hitter of memorable shots, is Tom Banton.
That was very...
And that was really quite special. And reverse clobber over straightish mid-wicket right into the sides, into the scoreboard. Slower this time. Chance, got him. Straight down the throat, didn't have to move. And Will Jacks, the man under the high ball, he will be delighted with that. Having shelled one earlier, Tom Kohler-Cadmore's got to go for an enterprising 39. Surrey needed that, Chef.
They definitely did, and Will Jacks will have a sigh of relief after the first drop. You know, I think sometimes the ball follows you around once you drop one, and I'm sure he's had his heart in his mouth there.
Yeah, pretty straightforward catch, well placed for the shot. Kohler-Cadmore will be a little bit cranky with himself because it was a lowish full toss, and he's tried to engineer something when he probably just had to lean on it, right?
Yeah, and he was going
there to hit.
Disappointed. I'm sure he had 50 in his sights and many more. But he's kept the momentum going, and he's accelerated it really well. Not sure about the haircut.
Yeah, the Travis Bickle.
Yeah.
Right, okay. It's going to be Tom Abel, who is their go-to man in the middle overs. Very intelligent cricketer. Club captain, of course. And he will go about his business. He'll be the foil to Banton, initially at least, you would think. Off the mark straight away.
comfortably runs it down to third man.
It's hard to know what good scores are anymore in these games.
We wasn't on the game, but after the last home game, I'm not sure
Exactly.
what is a good score.
Exactly that. All form, all convention has just been deposited somewhere over straight mid-wicket. Well bowled. Oh! Make that 1 from 3. Will Jacks again at backward point, and he's furious with himself. Have to say that was there to take, and quite comfortable for this level, right in and out. He can't believe it. And nor can Tom Laws, who was down on his haunches. Could have been 2 in the over. Good comeback, it's been a good over this. As ever, he's a very creative and inventive cricketer, is Tom Laws. Will Jacks, penny for his thoughts, down now at third man, grazing in the outfield.
Like I said, Phil, sometimes the ball just follows you around, and that's another one gone down for him.
Well bowled, excellent stuff. Just 2 from it, and the wicket could have been even better.
And of all the players that are, potential missed opportunity that you don't want to give a second chance to, Tom Banton there, and Jackson will be upset, disappointed with that one, but I'm sure he'll keep his head in the game, and another chance may come to redeem himself once more.
Charmed life then so far for Tom Banton, but he's been box office when he's got himself going as well. 2 very memorable maximums so far, and it's an interesting mini passage in this game now. 90 for 2, new man at the crease, and Tom Abel. With Banton on strike, and he'll run hard here, but just settle for the single. Jamie O is against his former club, fully engaged here.
Bit of brotherly love, I'm sure there's been happening all day long.
It's a shame we're not seeing him bowl. He's great to watch. He's the big man. Brilliant signing by Surrey.
Does one parent support one and the other support the other?
It's a good question, you know. I don't think the signing went down too well down at Taunton. Bowling very well to his field here is Sean Abbott. So, Will Jacks, normally so safe, excellent fielder at backward point. You don't get to field in this team at backward point unless there's something really special about you, and yet tonight it's just not been his night. And he'll run hard again, but just settle for the single. Don't need to do anything too fancy here, these two. So here is the first of Will Jacks' 2 drops. Tough one. Would have been spectacular to have pulled it out the bag, but he'll still be a bit cranky with himself. The second, we're struggling to make excuses for this one, Chev.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Regulation.
Beautifully bowled. Jag back through the gate. Just missed the off stump on height, but this is good, aggressive fast bowling by Sean Abbott.
It's cut him in half there.
I always like it when international cricketers drop really easy catches, though. It's like when you watch golfers on a Sunday night on the telly and they shank one out of nowhere. Well bowled, well played as well, just angled behind square, but just a single. In fact, he will come back for a couple and he'll make his ground comfortably.
Yeah, very good running. Run the first one hard, as they say to the kids. But you're right, dropping, when you see the pros drop an easy one,
Yeah.
it doesn't make you feel so bad when you're playing it if you shell one like that. Happens to the best, as they say.
Good over this so far, just 5 from it. Make that 9 though, that slashed away. It was there to hit, just got enough of it, and that'll be first boundary for Tom Abel. So the halfway point, folks, 99 for 2. Been a fascinating, absorbing start, and the crowd reflecting how gripping the cricket is as well. Got a full crowd in. What was that? So here we go, Chevy. The Women's Ashes is off and running, and Wednesday the 5th of July at 6 o'clock, we've got one of the IT20s. It's going to be an absolute humdinger. 24 quid for your tickets. We're back here live. Tom Laws showing all his tricks as well. Slower ball. Yeah, 24 quid for adult tickets, and as we discussed last week, just a £1 if you're under 16. You cannot say fairer than that, folks.
Value.
July the 5th, 6 o'clock it all gets going. Go to KiaOval.com to buy your tickets. Get right behind it. He's in the slot there to try and launch over the onside, but again, just varying his pace a little bit. Threw the shot a bit too early was Tom Abel there, and so Tom Banton is able to get through.
Laws has started really well here. As you said, a few change-ups. Applied a bit of pressure.
Pick that one out, 10 yards back. Yeah, that was there to hit in truth. It was right in the slot. And Banton, it feels like it's his night as it goes. 47 now. Make that 3 boundaries, all leg side.
Massive commentator's curse there.
Slap that through the covers. He'll come back for a second. Jamie Overton doing good work there. Moves within a single of his 50. This is good stuff by Tom Banton. We'll have to do that one again, I'm afraid. So he's made 250 so far in the tournament, 31, a not out 27, a 32 and a 42. Come off the back of a blob against Gloucester, but one of very few failures. It's been an impressive campaign so far. And that is his 50. It's well timed as well. Will run away for at least a couple. Jamie Overton's getting through some hard yakka out there. Comes back for his 50, just 30 deliveries. Excellent stuff. In fact, 29 deliveries, doing him a dirty. Superb stuff by Tom Banton, who's really lit up this place tonight. Somerset are doing this well. 112 for 2 already. 9 overs and a ball still to go. He's hit that hard into the gap, make that 4 more. It's there to hit. Tom Laws will be irritated by that because he's bowled very tight so far. But that was there to hit. Shortish boundary down there behind square and the onside. Banton's ticking here, Chev.
Absolutely flying, and you know, this is a start Somerset would have hoped for. He's going very well, set the standard and the pace of the innings, and that's what you need up top. You need one of the openers to set the standard and get the team off to a flyer.
I'm going to vacate the place just for a moment. Sullivan and Ryan back into the attack for his second over. Yeah, it's going to take over.
Dabs it into the leg side for a single. Not the most analytical point in the world, Jeff, but the 6 from Tom Kohler-Cadmore over Cal Corner genuinely might be one of the biggest 6 I've ever seen. If they hadn't built the second tier of the Galadari stand, that would have genuinely gone out of the ground. Right, full.
I agree, yes. I think if the stand wasn't there, that is definitely going into the 4th floor flats in the Kennerton estate.
Ryan strikes. Abel looking for the reverse sweep, but top edges it, doesn't quite get underneath it enough, and Surrey pick up that 3rd wicket. Chev, big moment in the game there. Abel can be so dangerous, and Narayan, as he so often does for Surrey in the blast, strikes just when they needed him to.
Crucial moment, just as Somerset have got the momentum going, they were flying, and in the end, Abel tries to improvise, and it's a comfortable catch down there at third man, deep third man for Tom Laws.
It's a risky shot, especially with a man at deep third, even if you middle that.
Yeah, I think he's taking on the short boundary. He's thinking, if I can get enough of it, because there's not much distance, it could go for 6. And those are the risks you take in T20 cricket. And, in the end, he's executed it poorly. And Laws with the comfortable catch. And, the spin king has helped Surrey potentially get back into the game here. It'll be interesting to see.
Absolutely. Tom Lambie, the new man in the middle. Surrey with 3 men on the leg side boundary, protecting that very short leg side boundary, with Chris Jordan in at catching short mid wicket. Ryan full outside off stump. Lambie can't get away.
Almost got a bit excited. I thought that was going to Jeremy Overton just inside the ring.
Lambie swings hard at his second delivery. Narayan gets on to just turn away from him, but that races away to the boundary for 4. A moral victory for the bowler, perhaps, but Somerset pick up 4. 122 for 3 with 1 delivery, the 12th over remaining. Again, Narayan does Lambie in the flight. An exceptional over, 6 off it. Unlucky to concede that for Somerset. 122 for 3 at the end of the 12th over.
Dynamo's cricket. It's countdown cricket, a brand new way for us to play this summer. To bowl, bat and field, to be confident and take our chances. And always having fun. This is our game.
Welcome back to the Kia over. Chris Jordan brings himself back into the attack, replacing Tom Laws from the pavilion end. Chev, I kind of think with Chris Jordan that he's almost sport for choice with the bowling options at his disposal. He has so many bowlers to choose from that actually choosing which guy to go to at a certain time in the game must be so difficult.
Very difficult, and I can imagine it's hard when he wants to bring himself on.
Absolutely. Like, if you're a side with fewer bowling options, you almost have more of a set plan when you go into your 20 overs. You know exactly when certain bowlers are going to bowl when. Sorry, probably have an element of that. Sam Curran's probably going to do 2 up top and 2 at the end. Chris Jordan, more likely than not to bowl 2 overs at the end as well, and Narayan in the middle. But other than that, you imagine they probably don't have as set plans in the middle overs as other teams might.
Yeah, their plans will definitely be quite fluid and flexible. The luxury that they have, if the game is going one way or another, they can change it up just on the spin.
Jordan goes full to Lambie, who again can't quite get that one away. He's 4 or 4 now, Lambie, but those 4 runs were fortuitous, coming off the outside edge off the bowling of Sunil Narayan.
It looks like he's struggling to pick it up a bit earlier. With the spin, it's a bit different off Narayan, hard to pick. He's just kind of a big whoosh to CJ.
He gets this one away, but flicks it straight to Will Jacks at deep flying leg. I mean, to what it shoots another, right? Sunil Narayan, one of the best mystery spinners in the world game. Chris Jordan, 90 miles per hour, one of the best death bowlers in the world game. 2 completely different threats from the 2 ends here for Surrey. It's a big test for Lambie. It's a really good pitch, short boundary on one side. Somerset going at 10 runs and over. Can he continue that momentum? Jordan would pace it off, and Banton dabs that into the offside for a single. It was a good little spell here for Surrey. Very, very quietly. Very good little spell.
Slowly clawing it back a little bit. As you say, Lambie, as we go into the deeper depths of the second half, he's going to look to try and continue the momentum that Somerset have got. Don't want to get bogged down too much. But Surrey be quite happy now with dotting it up a little bit and just singles. Somerset have been dealing in boundaries for a lot of this innings, so it's a little bit of a fight back right now.
Cut away behind square on the offside, and Lambie picks up his second boundary. Jordan probably just a little bit too wide there, not really bowling to the field that he set for himself. And Lambie picks up 4 to that short boundary we were talking about earlier.
He hasn't done himself much favours there with the field placing and I guess more the line of the ball, and sold himself short.
I've been so impressed by how Somerset have really punished anything loose. Anything loose has disappeared straight to the boundary. Jordan in again. Pace off again. 1 run down to third man. We're only 13 overs in, Chev, but it looks like pace off is working pretty well on this wicket. When the pace has been on, it's pretty much gone to the boundary as quick as it's come to the batter.
Yeah, Surrey have done really well when they've changed it up and played with those variations. When Narayan's been on with the artistry that he has, it's been quite amazing. We've seen the ball flying left, right and centre once with the paces on, so hopefully as we go into the kind of the final stages of this innings, you'll see more of that from Surrey.
Narayan in again. Bowled in!
Oh.
You called it, the archery of Narayan strikes again. He picks up his second wicket. Tom Lambie departs for 10. Surrey have their 4th wicket. Somerset 130 for 4 in the 14th over.
Yeah, beautiful from the spinking here. Lambie seemed like he was struggling quite a lot as soon as he came in against Narayan.
Yorks him really. Every delivery that Narayan bowled to Lambie, you got a sense that Lambie was done in the air really. He never was that confident about where the ball was going to land.
I agree, yes, and again, just on that one as well, he's gone forwards, misjudged the flight of the ball. He's gone to a full-on drive and he's just got underneath his bat and he's almost nearly yuked himself.
Narayan, an absolute master's craft. 507 T20 wickets now, 507. Phil was making the point earlier on in the show that Somerset, if you compare their lineup to Surrey, they're more top-heavy with the bat. They're more reliant on the work of the top 5 or 6 batters. And in comes Ben Green at number 6, who's had a phenomenal season. But you feel that a couple of wickets here matter more for a side like Somerset with the bat compared to Surrey, who literally bat to 11.
Yeah, of course.
Narayan into Green. And as much as anything, you feel that with those 2 wickets in 3 overs now for Surrey, even if they don't prize out another one, it'll probably lead to Somerset batting with a little bit more caution for the next 5 or so minutes.
Yeah, a lot of the pressure relies a lot on Banton here. You know, he's been going really well, but now as we approach the final, few overs, with the wickets dropping and with Somerset's batting a bit light towards the end, he's got to think here, can I bat through the innings and how much more can I contribute to this?
Banton knocks that down the ground for 1. It's interesting that Banton's actually only faced 4 deliveries off Narayan. Narayan well into his 3rd over now. Banton's he got that 1 boundary off Narayan, but other than that, he's just got off strike straight away and not really got back on it. Right, that's another beautiful delivery, doing Green through the air. I guess that's what makes Narayan so dangerous. He deceives batters in 2 different ways. He does them with the flight, and then he does them again off the pitch.
Yeah, Narayan smile there, just a little chuckle.
A little bit flatter into the pitch. Narayan's not happy with himself. He's not quite executed that delivery as he planned. He only concedes 1. It's another quietly good over for Surrey here. Just 4 off it, off 5 deliveries, 1 to go. Banton gives himself room.
Flat 6, straight over extra cover.
Banton picks up his 4th 6 of the evening. Brilliant shot, gives himself a couple of steps away into the leg side, so he can free the arms, and he targets that short boundary. No one on the deep cover boundary for Surrey. There are 2 men catching in the ring. So So a relatively risk-free shot for Banton. He picks up 6. Takes the score to 140 for 4. Banton moves on to 65 of 35. What an innings this is for Tom Banton.
Unbelievable. And what he did there on that last shot, as you said, he gave himself room. He's still set with a solid base, and his hands go through it beautifully, straight over extra cover. No danger out there, short boundary, and a flat 6.
Tom Laws replaces the captain, Chris Jordan, from the pavilion end. On a length outside off stump. Green knocks into the offside, looking for 2. And they pick up 2 quite comfortably.
Comfortably home there in the end. And, you know, I think Somerset have really ran well this innings. You know, turned definitely some 1s into 2s, and it just shows all the young cricketers out there watching, and maybe through the older ones with games coming up tomorrow. Run your first one hard, and it gives you a chance in the second one.
Straight down the ground for another 6. Green picks up his first maximum, slaps Tom Laws straight down the ground for 6. Somerset building back a little bit of momentum after a quiet 10 or so balls.
I think Green was definitely been watching some of that MLB London series there. That was very baseball-esque.
It was.
Slaps it straight back over Laws' head for 6.
A great shot, great shot. And is reminding Surrey about the number of different boundary options that Green has. As we see a field shape, mid-off, drops back to long off. Deep third comes into the ring. 2 men behind square, within the ring on the offside. Laws full. Green drives down the ground, picks up just 1. We're talking about running hard. You feel that with that massive boundary on the Archbishop Tennyson School side of the ground, there are many 2s for the taking if you pick your gaps.
100%, and it just, when you run that first one hard, it puts pressure on the fielder. They might fumble it, might not get a clean throw.
In the slot. And 6 more. Tom Banton picks up his 5th 6. I think we've got a crowd catch as well. They're absolutely loving it in the crowd.
Have to see if it was a clean one.
Tom Laws over pitches slightly. Tom Banton gets underneath it and dispatches it into the